Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Roads Yet Traveled with me, Cammy, and Addie. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey. We are
Yif 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 yif.
we are yiffing out. We are jumping, hopefully, right back into where we left off. And if we aren't, then you're not going to see this recording. Uh,
I really hope so.
every time I open my
Thank
eye, every time I open my eyes, there's a small part of me that expects to just wake up back home in my dorm or maybe in my bed, but it never happens. And every time consciousness comes flooding back, I'm less and less surprised I'm not there. Not to say I'm any closer to accepting what is going on here, but I have acknowledged that it may in fact be my life for now. Hopefully I'm past being assaulted by security officers, but I have a feeling I still have a long way to go. Hell, I have a long way to go just until breakfast. It's still dark in here, and I'm bored out of my mind walking the perimeter of my cell like some caged animal. The days must be longer here, and if marks are anything like hours, then it's way longer. Ugh. I'm not able to get back to sleep, but I am able to zone out until I hear the door opening. I'm too tired to eavesdrop, so I just wait. Good morning, Tucker. I brought you breakfast. It's, the same... Your blood work has been coming back, and it seems good. Well, I can only presume it is. It's hard with such a small test group, and... He notices I'm just staring at my breakfast. Sorry, right. I have a tendency to ramble a bit. Now, before you eat, though, I would appreciate if we could take another sample. Another blood sample. It would really help me out. Again, and this early in the morning, too? Grumbling, I hobble over to Doc and present my arm. He's as gracious as he is competent, taking another sample with little to no discomfort. Thank you. I promise I'll make this worth your time, all of it. We'll have you out of here soon. Then where will I go? Well, I'm sorry that I cannot stay today. Even though I was solely put in charge of your physical well-being, as it turns out I cannot shirk my other responsibilities. Hopefully in a few more days I'll be freed up to focus all of my efforts here, but until then I really must go. Enjoy your meal. I'll try to stop by with lunch. And with that, he's gone, leaving me with a sore arm and a bowl of tepid cereal. Damn.
Mid.
Yeah.
At least the lights are on. Maybe I can start reading my book. I do have an essay due on it. Robinson Crusoe, huh? Well, let's see what this is about.
The fuck class are you in, dude? That
Yeah.
you're reading Robinson Crusoe.
What the fuck?
Good fucking question. Man, this book is dated, but it's fine, I guess. I wish it wasn't so applicable to my current situation, though. Alright, it has to be narratively relevant, guys. We can't have anything that's narratively relevant in our college schedule.
Okay. Yeah, it's the narratively relevant college schedule. True.
I'm going to a class for narrative relevancy at Sarah Lawrence College. Sorry, but I had to. It's you tell me that wouldn't be a class at SLC.
I think it was.
And I maintained my point. In some ways, hopefully not too much. Putting it down, I get up and stretch, looking for anything else to bide my time. I'm not really motivated to go bother Mark again. I don't know where we stand after yesterday, and I'm going to assume poorly and give him some space. Surely I packed another book to read. Anything? Scrounging through my belongings proves fruitless, as I cannot will anything new into being. Seeing the writing on the wall, I decided to give Crusoe another shot, even though I just finished it. I'm gonna lose it in here. Halfway through my reread, I'm interrupted by the sound of the door opening, which is truly a godsend, as I could use a break. I sit up and just face the wall. Realizing how silly I might look if I'm facing the wrong direction, I casually try and readjust myself, only to end up sitting even more awkwardly. Bro is worried about appearing awkward in a fucking one-way mirror prison cell. One-way window prison cell.
It happens to the best of us.
I need to study him in a lab.
Literally.
Well,
He's
funny story
actively
about
being
that.
studied in a lab right now.
Funny story.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the wall comes down and I'm met with an unexpected face. Not the face I was expecting.
Whoa.
Wow.
I just blink a few times and wave. What was his name again? Rune? Sorry. I don't. I'm assuming it's Rune. We have to make assumptions here. Yeah, that sounds right.
I'd say Rune.
Yeah, Rune works.
I notice he's also alone out there too. Rune seems to pick up on me looking past him curiously.
Officer Merrick is just outside stretching.
Average Merrick activities.
Yeah.
Activities.
Yeah. He said he needed a break. I'm Rune. Nice to meet you.
He raised his mechanical paw, accidentally smacking the glass wall with a metallic thud.
Oh, right. Sorry, this isn't a great way to meet someone. Well, we've kind of met before. Twice. But those weren't really the best. Are you okay? After yesterday, I mean. You don't have to tell me. Wait, you can't tell me. I can only tell you. Right. Sorry.
Tucker's just been sitting here, watching this guy talk himself into a corner.
Yeah.
Damn, bitch. Wow, this guy's really just like this, huh? Damn, Tucker.
Yeah.
Almost as airheaded as I am. Maybe we're actually, all things considered, which is quite the feat. Tucker's a bitch. I fucking forgot.
God.
I fucking love
Fucking
Tucker.
bitch.
God, between this and the cannibalism, I'm like, damn, I forgot how much Tucker is just terrible with people.
Yeah.
Seems nice, though. I should try to spark up a conversation. Somehow. Oh, I think Doc left me his whiteboard. That could work. Here, Rune, let's try this. Got any more questions?
No, you don't understand. I can't understand you.
I just stare at him before pointing to the whiteboard.
Oh, right. Drawing. Can you draw me an engine? Maybe a surge breaker? Oh, I know. A fuse box. Is that not what you wanted? I'm sorry. I'm not great at this. I thought Dr. Seno would be here today when he woke me up. After my alarm didn't go off. Well, it did. I just didn't wake up.
This was a really good casting choice.
And I'm sleepy at Addie. I did wake up to my alarm, but...
Yeah, I was eating. That's my bad.
It's all good.
It's all good.
You woke up and I was doing something and you were like, well,
Well.
I'm Addie. That's what they call me.
That's what they call you.
I mean, I thought I said it.
Okay, yeah, he's more of an airhead than I am. I suddenly understand how Marek felt when I tried to get him to read to me. One-way communication is beyond frustrating.
Sorry. I was just told to keep an eye on you today and try to talk to you and accommodate you to Crane. Crane mannerisms? Was it hospitality?
Crane, is that what they call themselves? Now that I think about it, Mark said something like that before. This new dog, Crane, is really something else. He's got much less of a professional aura about him. I don't mind it though. I guess I kind of dragged him into all this too. Still, it's funny how he addresses me, even as a possibly dangerous alien. I appreciate that he just says what comes to his mind. Well, Mark does that too, he's just an ass about it. Though, didn't Tyr say he was like the head of maintenance or something? I wonder what he fixes.
You okay in there, bud?
Sorry. Shit, I was totally zoning out. Maybe I can ask him some questions. I am curious about his arm, among other things. I desperately try to think of anything else. But capitulate to the childish need to know about his cool robot arm. Tucker.
Okay, true.
Man.
Real.
I get him.
Yeah.
Amen.
I feel so rude just pointing at it, but I don't really know what else to do. Fortunately for me, he seems to pick up on it pretty fast, because a surprisingly large paw comes up. He stares at it before.
Oh. This... It's just my arm. Oh, well, I mean, it's my new arm if you really need to get specific. You have prosthetics where you're from?
I nod.
Oh, well, it's just like that then. Probably. Maybe. How do I explain it? It's, I needed a new arm, so I got one. And then I control it with my neural.
Well, that's not entirely the explanation I was expecting, but I guess he's right. I have seen prosthetics back home, just never to this level. And wait, what's a neural? I just tilt my head and furrow my brow.
Hey, do you not know what that word means? Genuine question, Tucker.
Tucker.
Tucker, my man. Tucker lives in a
At least
world
he knows.
Stupid. I think he might be stupid.
I think he might be stupid.
Maybe.
I'm hazarding a guess he just lives in the utopic world with no Elon Musk, so he doesn't know what a Neuralink is.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but just the word neural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, forgive our dear fucking SLC student, he's stupid.
Yeah, we are. I know what the word neural is, though.
True, true.
I like science.
Yay!
Did you understand anything of that? Sorry, it's hard to really tell what you do and don't get. Here, I'll go over it slower.
He steps closer to the glass and holds up his arm for me to inspect. The cool blue of his arm dances, creating wave-like reflections. They echo off of every small nick in the glass and every strand of fur on his chest. Echo reference? Sorry.
Echo reference?
Epic echo reference.
Epic echo reference. It's almost as if it got brighter when he approached me. It's quite calming.
So, this is my arm. It also acts as my monitor. A monitor is like a personal data storage and recall device, among other things. They're pretty ubiquitous around here. Monitors, not replacement arms. Well, actually, never mind. Right. Monitors. It helps that I don't have to carry one around anymore, although I still check my pockets for it sometimes. It's a new model, I think. New as in, like, 4 cycles old. The company bought it for me, which is great, because I'd never be able to afford such a nice model otherwise. It has a full range of motion, although the touch sensors aren't the best, being a work model and not a life model. Sometimes I can barely tell if I'm bumping into things, holding things, but otherwise it's really strong. I can lift some really cool tools with it. I like scaring my coworkers sometimes. In a fun way. It's part of a running joke. Sorry, I can't really explain that part. Oh, yeah, and it all works with my neural. They're like computer chips? You guys have computers, right? I think Chief Seno said something about that. It's like a really, really small computer in my head that lets me control it. You can't even see the scar, it's so small. Also, I can take my arm off, which is kind of cool. I'm supposed to when I sleep, but I always forget.
I do think it's really funny that Rune is the one person where Tucker just has no commentary. He's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like,
go on.
yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
go
cool.
off.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
It's really funny, I think, compared to like
It is.
compared to Merrick and Marilyn.
Most neural-based prosthetics don't really need to be charged. They either charge wirelessly or can use the user's body like a battery, but I don't understand that part. I only understand how to make small adjustments. I mean, I haven't and would never tamper with company property.
I managed to stifle a small laugh. I won't tell anyone, Rune, I promise. I'm sure he doesn't understand me, but he lets out a small smile nonetheless. Tucker has no commentary on any of that.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind, he does. But damn, from what it sounds like, he basically has a power loader as an arm, which sounds kind of rad. I wonder if he can bend metal with his bare paws. And the neural thing sounds really interesting. I wonder what else it can do. Wouldn't that blue glow keep him up at night? Wait, I think I already know the answer to that.
So, what you do for, work? I fix things. As long as it's mechanical, that is. I don't think Dr. Merowin would appreciate me trying to fix his patients.
Sick Ace Attorney reference.
Aw, God damn it.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't avoid making that
Yeah.
joke. Those who know. I'm a student, actually. Right, if you understand. I have no idea how to pantomime being a student or studying, so I decided to just hold my book up. This is kind of what I do, read and write. It's close enough for now.
Oh, did you write that? I'm sure it's really good. I'm afraid I can't read it, though. Because, well, you know.
Close enough for today. I just nod and put the book down to try and move the conversation elsewhere. The door opens and it seems Mark is done stretching. He stands wide off to the side, just staring at us.
What do you think he was doing?
Yeah.
He was jacking off?
Yeah.
Quote unquote stretching.
He was stretching.
He was
And by
stretching.
stretching, well, I mean, my penis.
Stretching my peanuts.
Stretching my
Yeah.
penis in the car door.
Yeah.
I offer a limp wave,
I love to stretch my peanuts.
which he chooses to ignore. The gay wave. God.
God. Oh. Hello, officers.
Don't bother me while I'm on duty.
Bitch.
He's a bitch.
You think they explore each other's bodies?
Yes.
Good fucking question.
Yes.
And technically, I'm a lieutenant, damn it, not some cheap, corrupt officer.
Damn.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, thanks for not explore each other's bodies.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mark just sits down, grumbling into his monitor. Jackass. It's not really comforting to know he's rude to everyone and not just me. I try to yell at him, but he can't even understand me anyway, so what's the point? Maybe I'll just tell Mara about this. Whatever, he's not worth my time. Rune looks totally out of it, too. Maybe these two have bad blood? Can't imagine Rune doing anything, though. I wonder. I wonder.
I wonder.
God. Whatever it was, it's probably Merrick's fault.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Tapping on the glass, I try to bring Rune back to reality.
Oh, hey. Bud. I'm sorry, I don't know what to call you. I think Dr. Merowin told me, but I didn't write it down. I hope Bud is okay.
This is what they ask at the weed store.
I hope Bud is
I
okay.
hope Bud is okay.
It's not!
It's not!
No!
How dare you! God. I just nod.
Right. Cool. Sorry, I forgot. What were we talking about? I think I have to go soon. My coworker's probably wondering where I am.
Oh, right, he's got a job to do. I do wish he could stay even just a bit longer, but I understand. It was a nice reprieve all the same. Rune steps back from the glass and gives himself a light dusting off.
Well, I should go, but maybe someday you could come and visit me? If you want. Or maybe you could help out, like carry some tools. It's always nice to have more paws around the station. We're a bit understaffed. Only if you wanted to. We could also just talk.
That sounds great, Rune. Thank you. I nod and he smiles in return before taking his leave, only throwing a very slight look behind him as he goes, as if to check on Merrick.
Yeah, they've explored each other's bodies severely.
Yeah, severely.
For real.
Like...
God. I don't know if it's canon, even as someone who's read like ahead. I don't know if it's canon, but the vibes are very present.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like sick and twisted, so when I see dudes being mean to each other, I'm like, yeah.
Nasty! Right now!
You're real as fuck for that.
I mean, I'm sick in the head and a pervert Fujo anyways. When I just see two men in a room together, I'm already imagining them going wicked at each other.
You're real as fuck for that.
Like, I see two men together, opposite sides of a room, I'm already jorking it.
And this is why it's so important that all of us are here for this.
Yeah.
There are no goodbyes shared between the two. It doesn't take long for Mark to realize I'm alone and casually bring the wall back down.
Time to be mean to Tucker.
Yeah.
Seems like we're back at square one with him. I should be thankful he's not assaulting me, but still. Because he tackled him when they first met.
I know.
Yeah. The crazy thing to say.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll go back to whatever I was doing. What was that again? Oh, right, my shitty book. From one journey to the next, I suppose. A few hours have passed and I've since put my book down. I cannot bear to read anymore. Noticing my notebook on the table and some pencils lying about gives me an idea. Probably worthwhile to start a journal of some sorts. Just logging what's happened in the past few days and write down everyone's names and professions to make sure I don't mess them up. Anyways, writing has always been a decent way to pass the time. I only manage a few pages of jumbled thought before I hear some talking from the other side of the wall.
Professor Senna, what?
Just hold on, fuck. I haven't warmed up. I've been awake for 32 minutes.
1, 2, 3,
4.
You got this.
Just checking in on our
They're fine. And writing, I think.
Ah, I see. May I?
Of course.
I offer a casual wave to which neither of them respond.
Yeah, fuck you,
Hello
Tucker.
there, Tucker. I hope you've been well.
God.
Well, Tyr just responded, just verbally.
Yeah.
So he has to keep his arms behind his back to look cool.
He has to keep his arms behind his back.
So we can see his bulge, obviously.
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 Look, if I had a fat bulge like that, I'd also be keeping my arms behind my back.
That is really fuck. God.
I was on my way to a meeting and I thought I'd check in on you. As it turns out, I'm still going to need a couple of days to fix up that algorithm I've been working on, but it's been promising so far. Your language is truly fascinating. I don't fully understand how it works, but the composition is something else. Anyways, I'm glad to see you are well and in capable hands, no less.
Capable? Marek? I guess.
Now I can't be late. I must head off. Marek, have you seen Dr. Seno anywhere?
He was here earlier, sir, but not for long. Around the 9th mark.
9th? Wasn't he slated for the whole morning shift?
No, sir. He sent, head of maintenance? Tyrion was here, sir.
Really? I'm surprised he managed to find him. Speaking of Tyrion, though, I wonder...
Wonder, sir?
I realize that Director Tyrion may be a good candidate for the neural algorithm as well. He fits the fairly slim criteria after all. I was going to just have Merowyn download it, but the more the better with this sort of thing.
Sir, I'm not so sure about that. I believe almost anyone else would be a better fit. Director Tyrion has a history of being, well, difficult.
Nonsense. I've read his files. He's just shy, at least if his psyche evals are anything to go by.
But, sir...
No excuses, Marek. I know what you are referring to, and I won't hear it.
Huh?
I'm aware of what happened, but I need help with this.
He gestures at me.
Well, I'll do it then, sir. I'll take his place.
What are you talking about? You know only Karain with neurals can... No.
Yeah, see? I'm a much better candidate than him.
I'm sorry for not considering you earlier. Had I known your dedication to this post, I would have signed you up earlier. Well, no worries. I'll sign you up as well.
Bitch.
You mean you'll sign me up instead of him, right?
No.
Get trolled.
But, sir,
Lieutenant Saris, The more people we have, the faster it will learn. I'm signing you up for the test as well. You and Director Tyrion.
Sir, wait, I misspoke. I mean, I'd rather it just be one of us.
I know what you meant. I'm simply overruling your decision.
He turns to me.
Well, that seems to be taken care of. It's always better to have more paws on projects like this. And it seems like you'll have some very capable guardians as well. Now, I must be off. I'm late as is.
With that, he makes a quick heel turn and heads for the door. A stunned Mark shakes off his stupor and chases after him.
Wait, sir.
I feel like I've seen this before.
God, water is so fucking nice on my throat after doing his voice.
Yeah.
They call me guy who's been awake for 30 minutes,
Like,
and I have to do that voice.
Yeah, they do call you guys been awake for 30 minutes and has to do the Jin voice.
Yeah.
I didn't make you do the Jin voice.
I made myself do the Jin voice when we started this, and I just chose I think he literally said 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And obvious. Okay, and if someone says just the number 4,
Yeah. Well, that's
it's
Jin.
Jin.
That's Jim.
That's
No, I
Jin
get it.
League of Legends.
That's Jimothy League of Legends. God.
That's my
Yeah.
friend Jim.
That's my unfortunate main Jin.
Yeah. I already knew I was stuck with Marek. Maybe he can maybe he can behave himself for Doc's sake. And I guess Ryun is sticking around too now? But I didn't think Doc or Marek had neurals. Even though I barely understand what they are. Still, it might be nice to get to know them all. Soon enough. Soon enough.
I was gonna say, what the fuck do you know about neurals, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like nothing.
You just learned out about them 30 minutes ago.
Literally. It doesn't take long for a dejected Mark to come back. I try not to pay attention to him, but he's been suspiciously quiet. Seeing a glance, I notice he's just sitting there, head in his paws. Shit, now I feel bad. It's not my place to do anything, though. He'll be fine. I'm sure any help I offer would just upset him more. I go to turn away, but our eyes lock, and his piercing blues look straight through me. That's green.
Those
my
are
man.
green.
Those are green.
Those
my
are
man.
green.
Those are green.
Those are green, my man.
Hold on. Let me do a little. Hold on. Sniffing tool. Oh yeah, those are green.
Those
You
are
can't
green.
even argue that it's like a shade of teal.
Those
I had
are
to like
green.
fucking zoom in.
Yeah. It might be like an old Sprite thing where his eyes were more teal, but they're so green. They're so green.
Uh-huh. They're so green. Maybe he's colorblind, guys.
Oh, true. Maybe he is.
That's
I don't think red-green colorblind works like that though.
that's Tucker's secret.
Hold
He
on.
has a new kind of colorblindness that's never been seen before.
Hold on. I'll send a picture of his eyes to my my red-green colorblind friend.
Hell yes, do it. I don't have time to pretend I wasn't looking as he jumps up, clearing distance between himself and the wall in a matter of seconds. He rears up as to lay into me, standing as tall as he can, arm raised. Before just letting out a big sigh and turning away. What was that? I instinctively mutter. Are you alright? Before I can stop myself. He slowly looks at me and I prepare for the worst, but he ends up just looking away down the hall. I know I'm not his preferred assignment, but I can't really change that.
Right. I'm gonna go get some chow. Don't go anywhere though.
And he just walks out. At least he got the wall down. Yeah, the fucking Yakuza gif.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I pictured.
Yeah. For the audience, it's the fucking hitting the table, the extremely prolonged
It's hear
walk
you
down,
just.
and then the long walk. That's Mark, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else to do, I just lay down and try to get some rest. Dot dot dot. 7 spheres sway around an amber star. There is a gravity here, and it is blissful nothingness. The calm before is still a void. The screams of the titans echo through my skin, unheard yet tremendous. And then I feel eternity staring into the back of my skull, and dare to face it. A single point in a sea of darkness, an impossibility that I must take as an absolute. The loss of stars. How is it so lonely, so insular, and yet grand? I reach out to meet my peer. Searching as far as I can, what feels like light years, and I wake up. Was that a dream? Right, I dozed off after... Right. I shake off my malaise and turn to the surprisingly transparent wall. Mark is back, and I hope for both our sakes, mostly mine, that he's cooled down. Even in my barely roused state, I can tell that he's seen me. His ears perk up and his eyes flick to me for about a second. Well, he is supposed to be good at his job after all, and I haven't escaped yet, so I guess I can attest to that. Standing up and stretching, I walk over to the mirror and splash some water on my face. I think I'm going to need to find a way to stay up through the whole day at some point. These naps are killing me. Maybe it's just the bed or the lingering sense of dread, but these have been some restless naps. And that dream.
It has to be the bed. I have a lingering sense of dread, and I nap just fucking fine.
Yeah, it's gotta be the bed. And that dream, I've forgotten it already. Well, that's kind of par for the course for me. I'll just chalk it up to my anxiety. Pouring myself a glass of water, I pick up where I left off with my little journal. I feel like there's an entire thesis rolling around in my head, but I'm not coming up with the right words to describe it. Not that anyone can read it, but hey, I think by default I'm the most knowledgeable human there is when it comes to grain. Finally, something solid for my resume. I rack my mind to remember every little detail so far from what's been said to me and around me. It's a bit hard to recall through the haze of fear and worry that's been plaguing me, but I do my best. I manage to zone out once I get into it, and I get a few good pages done until I realize there's someone looming over me. We lock eyes, and he seems more confused than annoyed. Can I help you? He says nothing while staring at my notebook, even though I know he can't read any of it. What interest could he have in me now all of a sudden? Maybe I missed something while I was out. Finally, he breaks the silence.
So you're really an alien, huh?
Is he stupid? Is he joking?
Are you stupid?
Are you stupid? Shirley hasn't waited all this time to take in that piece of information. Fortunately for me, he either realizes his own fault in the question or notices my blatant confusion and elaborates.
I mean, I don't know. I expected more... like a bunch of creepy eyes or like big spikes or something. But you're just normal, almost. You nap, you write. You don't even walk or eat differently, really. It feels wrong.
I am normal. Damn it, this is getting annoying. I just nod along, curious where he will go with this if he wishes to continue.
It's throwing me off. Seeing Doc basically go head over heels for you, when to me you're basically just a delinquent kid with a fur problem. I'm told to guard you with my life. Knowledge of you getting out is punishable with immediate termination of my position. I'm told you're the discovery of a lifetime. But I can't help but think you're just... normal.
I guess I haven't really thought about myself like that. I was never one to have an inflated ego or anything, and being the center of attention like this is certainly new for me and frankly unwelcome.
Just... damn it. Just tell me. Are you the discovery of a lifetime? Or are you just some poor kid caught up in... whatever the fuck this is? Because from out here looking in, you just look scared and clueless.
Well, so much for this guy picking a lane. I haven't the slightest where we stand. But still, he really couldn't have been more apt with that description. I nod, and I hope that gets the message across. He just stands there for a while, eyeing me up. Should I be worried? Should I even be telling him any of this? Either way, it seems like we're going to be stuck together, so I don't know what else to say.
Seems about right.
And he just turns around and sits back on his bench. Was that it? More confused than before. Hey, wait, what do you mean? Why are you even asking? And the veil comes crashing down. God, I love this bitch. What the hell just happened? Was he trying to connect with me? Or is it all for his own benefit? What benefit would that even be if I'm the one in the cage? I really hope this language algorithm, whatever it is, thing works. I've got some questions of my own that I'd like to ask. After a few more marks of writing, I can't think of anything else I really have to record. I've caught up on the important stuff. In fact, I've rewritten it twice now. Neurals exist, whatever that means. Monitors are basically weird big phones. These dogs are called grain. Definitely not going to win any awards for my notes in the margins, but for now, it's enough to get my ideas sorted out. Translating their names into written language is harder than I thought it'd be, though, with no way to tell if I've misspelled them. I just end up writing most of them phonetically. Good enough for now. Maybe I can parse something from the written language later. Putting my work down, I stand up and stretch. It's gotta be close to dinner, right? Walking over to the wall, I decided to give it a few good knocks. It doesn't take long before I'm staring up at Mark.
What do you want, Kit?
Ah, as pleasant as ever, I see. Guess you're both learned nothing. Rolling my eyes, I mime eating out of a bowl, hoping he follows along.
Seems like someone's impatient. Why is he?
He's so mean.
He's such a little cunt.
These are not like normal things to say to another man. Like, I'm sorry.
No.
He's
Impatient Kit. Like,
Yeah, like...
Mark is so fucking funny. I fucking love him.
food's not for another Mark.
He checks his monitor.
Well, maybe less. I'll message Doc. He's probably just begging to come over anyways.
With that, the wall comes back and I'm left waiting. He wasn't lying. A few minutes later and I hear the door open on the other side. Hello, Tucker. I hope you've had a decent day. I've brought you a gift. Oh, is that the keys to the cell? Yes, that's right. It's dinner. Good enough, I suppose. Sitting on the bench, I'm pleasantly surprised to see that the tray he's brought in has more than one dish on it. It looks like he brought some of that soup thing with him and a salad. And also a bowl of oatmeal. I dedicated a good portion of the day to figuring out what you can eat. As to, not poison you again. Like a bad doctor. Yes, so I believe it should be all good. It was fascinating to find that your species has a similar immune system. And by similar, I mean wildly different, but they react the same way. So it was just a matter of some routine tests.
Wow.
Your samples showed no negative reactions to anything here. At least something in those wafers you had may have caused an issue, although I'm still not entirely sure. Once again, I am so sorry about my negligence. Promise it will never happen again. When he finally stops his monologue and faces me, he notices I already have half the salad in my mouth, and I can barely manage a stifled smile for him.
Salad.
Salad.
So much better than the fucking peasant food bread and water he's been having.
Yeah, he's never had a salad before.
Never.
I want a good salad.
Dude, I would fuck up a chicken salad right now.
Mm-hmm.
So real for this. God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He stares at me blankly before succumbing to a small laughing fit. It seems I had nothing to fear after all. Well, enjoy. Smiling, he sits next to me, occasionally taking some notes. It's a bit discomforting being recorded like so, but I guess I should get used to it. Overall, though, having anything different to eat is a godsend, and I'm almost brought to tears by the taste of something that isn't porridge. Finishing up, I notice Mark idly gnawing on one of those meat patties, while Doc still hasn't had anything for himself. I wonder what he eats. I mean, he's the biggest damn Korean I've seen so far, so he must eat a ton. Maybe it's just at different times. He is busy after all. The soup's already cold by the time I've gotten to the dregs. It must be the damn room, still so frigid. I sigh and shiver a bit, rubbing my arm. Are you alright? Actually, maybe I can use this? I'm rubbing my arms again, shivering for effect. Are you sick? Why are you rubbing your arms? Oh. You must be frigid in here. I haven't thought of that. Without fur, your species probably prefers warmer climates than most terrain. Well, I'll see if I can get the temperature raised in here a bit. Mark, is that alright with you?
What? Yeah, it's fine, Doc. You know where I'm from.
Right. Well, I'll see if I can't get the temperature raised in here. In lieu of that, though, I'll try to see what I can do about getting some heavier clothes. Although, you're quite small compared to most of the crew. I'll have to ask around.
The chief's probably closest. What does he wear?
He has mostly custom-tailored outfits, which I doubt he'd offer to share, even for this. And besides, you don't want to see what he thinks is fashionable.
Wow.
Not bad, huh?
Wow.
And I voiced that character.
That's me. I just kind of spaced out for a sec thinking about how bad Tyr's fashion must be.
Well, you know better than me.
Yes, well, I should be going now anyways. It's getting late. Is there anything else I can do for you tonight? Nothing of anything to ask. I simply shake my head no. Well then, enjoy your night, Tucker. Merwin smiles and raises up to his full impressive height, giving me one last look before he turns for the door. I felt strange. But if something was up, Doc would tell me, right? I think. I hope. Shortly after he leaves, the lights are flipped to what I can only imagine is night mode. The cool blues roll in like the tide, guiding me to bed. Before I lie down, I take a look behind me and notice the wall hasn't come up yet. Not that I'm complaining. But it's almost a shock to see Mark lying on his back with a monitor screen casting a soft scarlet light on his muzzle. He seems diligently at work, although I cannot see, let alone understand, the contents of his screen. Maybe he just forgot to bring back the partition. Has he just been sleeping on that bench for the past few days? Surely he can go back to his room or quarters or whatever they have here. Is that why he's been so angry? Damn, my bed doesn't seem so bad anymore. As I can't do anything about it, nor would I want to disturb him right now, I curl up in my bed and try to fall asleep. I just hope I don't dream. Day 3, and we will stop there for this episode. Yippee! Thank you all for joining me, and we will all see everyone next time for more Roads Yet Traveled. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.